Live, is it?
Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. And you know what?
Oh, yeah, here we go. Got it. Okay.
Weather out here in the Chicago area, but the sun is shining, and that's always a good day when the sun is shining. But you know what, Debbie? How are you doing today?
I am doing great. I know you guys can hear me, and whatever's going on with the screen is happening again. So I have to figure this out. So are you hear me okay, Laura? Give me a thumbs up. You're good? Okay.
Good. I know.
Okay. Well,
exciting guest that you brought on today. I just can't wait for everybody to hear her story. It's just an amazing woman with such perseverance. So with that, Debbie, I'm going to send it off to you. Okay.
Well, thank you, Laura. I am so excited that we were able to make this connection. First of all, I just want to give you guys a little bit of history. I've been following Irene for years. I've been watching what she's been doing, and I've been watching her journey of healing through some very tragic situation that she had happen, and she's going to share that with you. And so I had tracked her down, and one day we were at the same event, and I walked in the door, and I knew so much about her, and I'm like, Irene, I have to meet you. And she welcomes me with open arms. She hugged me. We talked. We laughed. We got to know each other, and we're in the same focus of interest with things that we do. But we're like, I'm in Illinois and she's in California, and I'm still watching her, and I'm watching what she's doing and becoming this amazing spokesperson where she's like literally taking her story all over the world. She's on podcasts, multiple podcasts every day. In fact, thank you for being here, Irene, too, because we know your throat is like bothering you some. But I want to say welcome to you and thank you for being here. And we are going to actually show your video of what your experience was and what you went through so that it makes you easier to tag right on top of that. But before I do that, I want to just say welcome for being here, Irene. How are you doing today?
Oh my God, I'm so great. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm honored.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're so happy to have you. Okay, so I am going to actually I'm going to work on sharing the screen here and seeing if I can grab this. And it might take me a second. And if it does, it's going to take me a second. We're going to work on it. I have to just get to my YouTube. And once I get there, I should be able to get it, and I wasn't able to get it saved on here because as you see, I'm having a few challenges with the screen situation, but ultimately we're going to get it done because we know we just did it a second ago. And here we go. Okay. Patience is a virtue.
Yes.
But trust me, everyone who is watching, this story will be, better get your Kleenex out too, because this story is just incredible. Okay, and again, slow network, bouncing network, and it's appearing. And we will, as soon as it allows me to, I will be typing in here. Okay, all right. And then we'll go down to this one. So Irene has a YouTube, like we do too, and this is the one we want. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to show. So everybody, this is going now. This is Irene.
Do you put sound on there?
Oh.
Damage from 6 years ago. I have nerve damage, and my body is created this shaking because it was in too much pain. Oh my God. It's exhausting. It gives me literally whiplash. My body kind of freezes. Oh my God, thank God for this technology. Oh, can't get fast enough. My body becomes like a cement.
Oh my God.
That one's the better one.
Oh my God, hurry up.
Oh,
You have to
it's like instant relief. Oh, exhausting. This is life-saving for me, this crazy technology. I'm so blessed to find it. Okay. It's like magic. Literally like magic.
Wow, 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 wow. Here we go. We're going to get back to where we were. And here we are. Oh my goodness gracious. I am turning it right over to Irene.
Oh, it's so hard to watch that video.
I don't know how we're having that happen. Give me a second here to see if I can figure out. I don't know how. Okay, give me a second. You know what? All amazing stories are definitely worth having a little bits of issues. Okay.
In a moment. It is just a moment.
I got to stop this. Oh, I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Stop share. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. Go ahead, Irene.
Oh, it's so hard to watch. And now watching back, I didn't know how I lived like that. And that was my life for 3 years. So 12 years ago, I was going from my salon to home to get changed and go celebrate my birthday. And instead, I end up in ER. A gentleman fell asleep behind the wheel and T-boned us. And my life, as I knew, was never the same as you saw. 5 years in chronic pain, anxiety, depression. I lost a business that I built as a single mother for 18 years to about $100,000. At the time that happened, I was already doing hair for about 30 years or so. It was a very difficult time in my life, not only just financially, but mentally, emotionally. I've been in some difficult moments, but never in the moment that everything was falling apart and I felt like I was in a black hole. And I didn't know how to stop it. I was just falling. And, you know, medical community didn't get a lot of support. Oh my God, it's just
okay.
It brings me back to that moment of desperate and emptiness and hopelessness and feeling like I was a nuisance to my daughter and a burden, and sacrificed so much. I mean, it took so much away from me. And chronic pain, until you live it, you don't understand it. I didn't understand it until I lived it. The depression, it's hard to put into words when you have not experienced it. And I didn't take it so seriously because I was never that depressed. And I'm a person of mind over matter. You know, if you think positive, you'll get positivity, but it wasn't like that at this moment. And it gave me a different perspective of people that are struggling. So 5 years ago, I sat on my couch and I said, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't live in this broken body. I am a person full of life and optimism, and there was no life or optimism. I only felt like I was broken into little pieces and nowhere to put me back, you know. And doctors gave up on me. They had no more options for me, or I felt like they didn't care to find any options for me. I'm talking about pain management. And you know, when the person you're looking up to says to you, we have no more options, you kind of become hopeless. And that was me. And I sat on my couch and I said, I'm done, God, take me away. I can't imagine my daughter's taking care of me. And I gave God another option. This little voice kept on saying, one more prayer, Irene, one more prayer. And I was like, why am I praying? It's useless. Like, I've been praying for 5 years and there's no answers. And then doctors tell me there's no options.
Mm-hmm.
But this little voice kept on saying, okay, just one more person. I said, okay, just leave me alone. I'm over it. I said, God, did it take me away? Or please send me a miracle that doesn't exist. And the miracle needs to be drug-free, non-invasive, no chemicals, no side effect. It needs to be non-invasive. It can cost too much money because I have 2 pennies to rob and $15,000 in debt just in my medical bills. And I can't even remember how much I spent in cash paying for stuff. And I said, if it's a business, it must be with purpose and passion, not just the bottom line. And I just kind of let it go because, I was ready to die. I sat there and looked at my pills and see how I can, mix them in tons of bottles of vodka tequila in my freezer. And then a friend of mine that struggling with MS, she's been looking to find all kinds of things for her. And, and every moment she said, Irene, I found this, I found that. I'm like, I tried so much. And if you're not living in chronic pain, it's hard to understand. But I made a peace with my chronic pain. I made peace that this is how I'm going to live. And I didn't want to try anything else anymore because the disappointment of another thing not working, it was more painful than the pain that I was living with, that hope taken, you're excited and then that hope is taken away again and again. Why bother? But dear friend Kim said, I found this song. I don't know what it does, but I'm going to send it to you. Like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I said, I don't want it. I'm going to get an epidural. I'm flying to Europe. I need to make sure I'm okay. So to make a long story short, she sends me this crazy song in the most crucial time because it's been 6 months since I was waiting for my 10th epidural. And the doctor was dragging the appointment. I was dragging the appointment because I wanted to make sure that I'm okay for Europe. And so the shaking was intense and the pain was intense. She sends me this song and I put it on and I stopped shaking.
Wow.
And I stopped shaking. I took it off. I started shaking. I put it on. I stopped shaking. I was there like for 20 minutes. And then I called her and I'm crying and laughing. She's like, are you on the floor again? I mean, she's not living in Los Angeles. She was in Seattle at that time. I'm like, no, I don't know what you sent me, but I'm not shaking. I feel like God came down and kissed my feet. And here we are. And I promise God, if he sends me a miracle, that I will share it every single morning, loudly and proudly, full force, from the highest mountain, from the smallest mountain, everywhere I go, I am going to share this technology. It's not just the technology, it's the power of giving up, but still fighting for your life. And that's kind of how I felt that I gave up, but 99.999% that there was still something in me saying, no, you have to continue fighting for your life. That giving up is not an option, even if that's the only option you see.
Right. It's very interesting. I want to interject that, Lori and I started this platform really solely because we wanted to do greatness and help others. And titling it For the Health and Wellness of You was one of the things that we came into our mind. And we wanted people to help themselves be the better version of themselves. And time over time, we're hearing these stories from people. We've been so blessed that we've interviewed over, I don't even know how many people, well between 150 and 200 people we're approaching, that have story after story about not giving up. And it hasn't been at any certain age point. It could be any time in your life. You know, when some adversity comes to you and you have to have that, you know, push and that drive to take ownership and move, but you also prayed for an answer. And Lori and I are very, very spiritual people. And I really believe that, you know, what you have in your hands and how you're changing the world and the people that you're affecting around you is just what you were called to do, you know, and how you're helping. I mean, I was blessed through you to talk to your friend in New York to help them because of what happened with my grandson. And that was something that was completely a different topic, which we have different topics in different areas. And I felt so thankful that I could talk to them on your behalf to tell them what was going on. And it's just these little like ripples. We have a friend that wrote a book. It's called Hearts Ablaze. Okay, Joan Obley. Lori and I went to high school with. Wonderful book to read. You would love this book. Joan Obley is an author that's been on our thing here. And we don't realize sometimes the ripples that we're doing. Like right now, I mean, we have no idea who's watching this and might be like crying, saying, you know what? This has given me hope. And that's what I believe. You know, so many people have such a lost sense of what we're here to do. You know, we're here to help people, you know? And so with that, I want to turn it to Lori, because I know I couldn't wait till Lori got to meet you, because Lori and I have been best friends. We've been best friends forever. So we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot. And this is probably by far one of the most top amazing things, you know?
Oh, thank you.
You know what, Irene, you were just amazing. There's a lot of people that we know, including myself. I suffer with MS and I suffer with chronic pain and degenerative disc disease and all kinds of stuff. And your story is so inspirational, because I understand what you were talking about when you were talking about when you lose hope and you just don't know what you're going to do and you're just tired of trying to find an answer. And like you said, you go from doctor to doctor to doctor and nobody has an answer for you. And I just think it's so great how you prayed for something and God blessed you with an answer. And I'm so glad that those socks worked for you. And Debbie's involved in that business too. And I started using their patches and I have their socks and stuff. And I've seen a significant difference in myself. Would you suggest that, oh boy, I lost my train of thought here, I'm sorry. I was gonna say you should suggest that everybody should try this, correct?
No, there's no buts and ifs about it. Every single human being needs few pairs of the socks or patches or whatever you feel comfortable wearing it, or combination. I have like 4 patches on in my socks. It's everybody, you know, if you're gonna put a sock on, might as well have a sock that helps with your neurology, not just the sock, right? Like dual purpose is the key. And everybody needs a little bit of homeostasis in their life. That's my that is my view on this. I mean, what you saw in the video is done. Like 18 months of wearing this technology, when that created 90% of neuroplasticity in my brain. I actually did a QEEG brain mapping to see exactly how this technology works neurologically, right? And yeah, like 90% of neuroplasticity permanent. That means I will never suffer from what I suffered before. My own body got the optimized ophthalmology, if I'm using the correct word, to be able to heal itself, right? And it's pretty freaking amazing that something that is drug-free and non-invasive, no chemical, has no side effect, can create that. And I just want to underline, I took medicine for cancer patients. There's only one doctor that said, Irene, you're not crazy. This is your brain is on fire. The part of the brain cannot handle the pain that you are in and created this mechanism to fight the pain or release the pain out of your body, but it created more pain. And it was in cancer patients when they go through chemotherapy or and they're like this heavy drugs, sometimes that side effect happens. And I took medicine to put my brain in that balance, neurological, at $250 a pop. And it did nothing. And I did that for 6 months. And then I found something less expensive. It's a compound medicine that I took that was mixed specifically for me. So this is $30, like 30 bucks. I mean, it's everyone needs them in their lives.
Exactly.
And the younger you start, the better you are. This is like a fountain of youth. I'm 54 years old. And I never thought I'd look or feel this amazing.
That's great. You know, and like I said, it's not an expensive product. And I know there's a 30-day money back guarantee. I'm using the patches, like I said, in the socks. And, you know, my boyfriend could be an example of what happened to me. I put the one patch on my back because I have lower back issues. And within minutes, my pain is gone. It is amazing. And I'm able to walk. And I just had a knee replacement in October and another knee replacement and just recently, just 2.5 weeks ago. And people at church are like, oh my God, how come you're walking so good?
Well, let me give you a flip story that I have. So the story that you just watched, it's really big. Like most people don't relate to this in shaking and spasms like that, right? But I went to London and it's a trip that keeps on giving back to me. And what I mean, it gave me plantar fasciitis in both feet. Heel spurs in both feet, and on my left foot, Achilles tendonitis. I am 99.9% pain free. Right foot, I don't feel anything. Left foot, because of the 3 different elements. Sure, you know this. You know, I can feel it here and there. I mean, I do stretch in the morning and I do stretch at night. Nothing major, 10 to 15 minutes special exercise, but I do between 5,000 to 10 to 12,000 steps a day, depending on the day. And I mean, my chiropractor is shocked that I haven't asked like for cortisone shot or some sort of a more intense treatment. I have a pain patch on my heel one day and another heel over another day. I have over my ankle and my socks. That's it.
Wow. Yes.
Wow, wow, wow. All I can say is that this has just been a great honor to have you on here, you know, to be able to share your
Right back at you,
story.
ladies.
I mean, we just love it. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you for the opportunity. I appreciate you both.
Absolutely. And getting your story out and really honestly giving people hope, because like you said, you had this other situation. There's people that have all different situations, whether it's an accident or whether it's something else. You never know what it is. And they think that there's no option, that they've exhausted, like you thought, every single thing, and will don't even want to try anything else because they're like, I'm not going to waste any money, you know? So
that's right. That's right.
Goodness.
And it's hard. It's hard. A lot of people that live in chronic pain and disability, they're very small income, you know, by the time they're done paying for their, you know, whatever, there's not a lot of left. And, you know, it's hard, you know, it's really hard.
It is hard. Laura, do you have anything else you want to add or say?
Sure. Absolutely. Oh, me or you?
Oh, no, Lori. I was Lori. Sorry.
No, you go. I'm fine. Go ahead, Irene.
Okay. I go ahead.
I always have something to say. Well, you know, I just want to tell you that, you know, especially the people that's sitting there in a difficult moment, is that, you know, through this experience, the last 12 years, what I thought buried me actually planted me. So just remember, you're a seed in the ground right now, and you will bloom. And it will be your brightest light. You will be an incredible, strong oak tree, and keep on going. You know, giving up, it is not an option. And wherever you are in your journey, it's literally just a moment. It's just a moment, and you must lean into that moment. You must lean into it, if it's a joyful moment, celebrate yourself and share it with us. Give us hope. And if it's a struggling moment, just know from that struggle, there will be a mission, purpose, passion, a healing you will never be able to comprehend that's going to come out. And you will shine bright. You will. You will.
Thank you, Irene. I don't think we can say another word on top of that. I think we're just going to close out and go, listen, everybody who's watching this, share Irene's story, because give people hope, you know, and we just love you, Irene. Thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you real soon.
Of course.
And get some rest, rest your
Bye.
voice. I know you've got that. Everybody have a fantastic day.
Bye.
And thank you so much again. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Take care, everyone.